You know, the thing is that if you're trying to really build credit these days, there are so many options. You have a credit building apps, you have credit builder loans, you have a constellation of products out there. The question is, what do you get? And the thing is, I want to review in today's conversation. There's an app called StellarFi. So is it worth it, or this is a big ass scam? Let's talk about that. So when you think about StellarFi, I want you to think about an app that helps you build credit through any kinds of bills that you regularly pay. So what they do is that they basically are taking the loans, the bills that you pay right now, and they're trying to have a system in place where you are getting credit. You are building your credit for paying those same bills. So if you're paying, let's say Hulu, you're paying Disney Plus, you're paying Netflix, you're paying your utility like your gas, electric, whatever. So basically, StellarFi has a system in place to kind of help you get credit, literally get FICO credit for it. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. And you know, StellarFi, I want to say it right off the bat, StellarFi is a legit company because we've heard a lot of comments about, yeah, StellarFi here, StellarFi there, like, you know, like they're just some kind of scammers. They're not. StellarFi is a legit company that does what it says it wants to do. In other words, it helps you. It is a credit building company, and so this is kind of cool. And so they're not using a couple of tricks to boost credit for a few weeks. No, they don't do this. And that's the same thing I want to say. If anybody just sitting there just trying to razzle dazzle you, telling you, hey, listen, you know, I'll raise your credit score, you know, by 100 points in 30 days, they're lying to your face. Don't listen to those people, because it doesn't happen that way. You will never raise your credit by 100 points in 30 days. It doesn't happen. I don't care how many clickbaity YouTube videos are trying to push that idea. Those videos are good for monetization. They're good for views, but they're not good for your credit score. Do not fall for it. Okay, do not fall for that for those sort of crazy ass title, or they're lying to you. Here are the pros and cons when it comes to StellarFi. Pros: you have access to your credit score and report for free. You pay one flat monthly fee to report regular bills to credit bureaus. You have the ability to start or cancel the service anytime without negatively affecting your credit score. And this app focuses on improving your credit education. What about the cons? You have a 30-day free trial for Prime. May not be enough for you to gauge the offering. Okay, so boss, welcome back, by the way, to the show. We really appreciate having you here. And in today's conversation, we're going to do a quickie on StellarFi to sort of give you all the things that you need to know about this app. So here are the features I really want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about StellarFi, so they do have a couple of product names. They have the Lite program, they have the Prime program. So for the Lite, the reported limits goes to all the way to $500, and for the Prime, the reported limits goes all the way to $25,000, $25,000. Okay, and the monthly fee for the Lite, you pay $4.99, and for the Prime, you pay $9.99. Okay, and what we love about those features is that basically StellarFi is really helping you, and we actually advise all our clients to go with a Prime product, because if you have a larger limit, you are going to increase your CUR, your credit utilization ratio, a key ingredient in your FICO score, real fast. Okay, so if you're ever whatever you are, if StellarFi gives you, like, if they offer you to say, okay, we want you to choose between Lite and Prime, go automatically with the Prime. It's only $9.99. I mean, I say it's only. It will cost you something in the short term, but the boost will be higher. Okay, and so with StellarFi, you do have the ability to monitor your bills. You have the ability to monitor your credit, so you're able to know exactly what's happening, and there is no credit check required. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have a bad credit, if you have no credit, if you have poor credit, if you have a fair credit, whatever credit you have, StellarFi is there for you. You know, they will actually help you out. Okay, and there is no credit check required. We love that a lot. No credit check required. And this is what I just said. And the availability is available in all 50 states. Not a problem at all. Not a problem. So whether you're in New York or New Mexico, or you are in Georgia, you are in Texas, you are Washington State or DC, the state of if you are in District of Columbia, whatever you are, you will qualify. And we also love the fact that you are able to contact them through live chat, email. The only problem you need to remember is that they don't have a customer service number, so you can't contact anybody at StellarFi over the phone. It doesn't happen. And on top of that, they don't have a mobile app yet. And those are things that we think StellarFi has to work on. So StellarFi, if you're listening to us right now, you need to really beef up your service in that department. This is really important, okay? Because you are doing great. You are helping folks actually do a lot of stuff, but you need to have this, like having a live chat or email support right now is not really worth it. So as you build up your process, please think about those things. So let's talk about the value added. So everybody talks about StellarFi here. Do they have a stellar service? Yes, we think StellarFi does offer a stellar service to a segment of the population that needs that specific service, okay? And basically, their flagship product allows you to convert regular bills that you pay anyway into payments to report to the credit bureaus. So these bills may include rent, phone, streaming services, and utilities. So this is kind of this is the genius that actually the genius idea that StellarFi has come up with. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we talking about? We're speaking about StellarFi. So I'm giving you an in-depth review so you know all the ins and outs of this product and you know whether or not it is a go or no go for you. So when you think about StellarFi, so basically, they have a system in place, as I just said. So they transform the bills that you are paying anyway. Whether you have StellarFi or not, you are going to pay those bills anyway. So they will actually transform those bills into trade lines for you, and they will report actually your transactional activities to the credit bureaus, and so they will help you boost credit that way. Okay, but you have to pay for it though. It's $4.99 or $9.99, and so by reporting everyday bills to the credit bureaus, you will start to see your credit history grow. Remember, StellarFi does not offer quick fixes, but it can help you grow your credit history over time. I want to insist on that. Don't let anybody razzle dazzle you that you are going to raise your credit score by 100 points in 30 days. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. Okay, so the thing here is that with StellarFi, bills are automatically debited from your checking account. So when you open an account with StellarFi, you are issued a StellarFi bill pay card, okay? And that card can be used as a payment method for any bill that you pay online. So once you have the card, what will happen here is that you can link your existing bills to the StellarFi account. And what will happen here is that StellarFi will automatically pay your bills through your account, immediately debiting the amount from your linked checking account. So it's immediate. So make sure you have the cash in your account. So if you do things this way, you will never get overdraft or forget about the bill in the first place, okay? But StellarFi also goes beyond, but like they go above and beyond by reporting your transactions real quick to the 3 major credit bureaus, and you have access to credit counselors. So if you opt for any StellarFi plan, you get access to certified credit counselors, and so those can offer individualized guidance on how you can achieve your credit and financial goals even faster. So this is really, really fantastic. Let's talk about the pricing. So when we talk about the pricing, there are 2 things I want to say. I mean, there are any fees. I mean, there is no free lunch in this world. But you know what? It definitely makes sense. Why? Because StellarFi is providing a service. It's helping you build your credit. And if you have a good credit, you actually have access to a large constellation of greatly priced credit products. So StellarFi is in its own right to be compensated for that. So they're charging you. And the thing is that StellarFi does offer your credit score and report for free. But in order to build credit, the app needs to, they need to pay the subscription fee. You need to pay the subscription fee. So basically, based on the site, you can upgrade, downgrade, or quit the service at any time without any negative impact to your credit score. Like, they're not going to hold you accountable, hold grudges or whatever. If you say, you know what, my ass is out of here. I really don't like the service, whatever. So the thing here is that they're actually thinking about increasing the service. And what they want to do is that right now they offer a light and prime plan. So they have 2 plans, but they're thinking about changing that and really adding a 3rd plan. So right now for the light, you pay $4.99 per month. So this is $4.99 per month. And for the prime, you are paying $9.99 per month. But in the future, they're thinking about actually increasing by introducing a 3rd plan, whereby they will basically raise your limit all the way to 50,000 or even $100,000. Okay, those are things that StellarFi is currently thinking about. And what we love here is that in addition to the plans, they are actually helping you monitor your bills. They have flexible bill pay dates. They will pay your bills with ACH transfer, and they also have a group of let's say a catalog of credit security tools. So the bottom line here is that you have a player, you have a StellarFi that's really helping you. So as I said at the beginning of this show, it's just a lot better to go with the prime plan if you really want to see results real fast, because the credit utilization ratio will go down faster, which is great for your credit score. So if your CUR, your credit utilization ratio goes down, what happens is that your FICO score will go up. So there is an inverse relationship between those two elements. So if you have the $25,000 limits that comes with the prime versus the $500, the $500 that comes with the light, you see the big delta right there. So let's talk about the contact. So as I've said before, StellarFi right now doesn't have a phone number. I mean, they're still building this fintech from the ground up. So we give them credit for it. And but they're headquartered in Texas, and basically they are like in Austin. So they are like a 70. We'll put the address on the screen. So if you are interested in learning more about StellarFi, so it's 1700 South Lamar Boulevard, Suite 338 in Austin, Texas, 78704. And you can actually, so they don't have a phone number now, but you can actually email them at hello@stellarfi.com. But if you need more, you just need to contact them through the website. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you once again of today's topic. We are having a conversation about StellarFi, and I'm giving you an in-depth review so you have a clear idea what this app does. And so if you are interested, if it's a go or no go for you, you have to really figure out. Now, what are the rivals? Because StellarFi is not the only one in this space. They have a lot of competition, by the way, because you have a lot of what we call credit building apps. You have MoneyLion, you have Kickoff, you have StellarFi, you have a self credit card, you have an extra card, you have a large number of players in this field. And so when you think about Grow Credit, for example, which is a direct competitor to StellarFi, you have to understand that StellarFi is a little above Grow Credit, because they basically, like if you think about Grow Credit gives you an initial credit limit of $204, whereas StellarFi gives you all the way to $25,000. If you were to go with the light plan, StellarFi gives you $500. So in that department, when it comes to helping your CUR, StellarFi is way above. I mean, StellarFi has actually figured something that all the other players haven't figured yet, and it's one of those things you need to. That's one of those things why we think StellarFi is a big player in the industry right now. And one thing I also want to say here is that if you want direct access to credit, you can also consider a service like Self. So basically, besides Grow Credit, you basically can gradually extend access to credit as you prove your ability to pay back loans. So again, there are a lot of players. I just wanted to talk today about Self and Grow Credit. Let's talk about the sign up. So everything is kind of very straightforward if you want to sign up for StellarFi. So basically, you don't need an established credit score to open an account. Okay, and to open an account, you need to go to the StellarFi website and you click sign up. And creating an account requires your name, email address, bank information, and social security account. They're not going to do a credit pull though, so don't worry about it. They're not going to do a hard pull at all, not at all. And you need to set credit goals and link a bank account. You gotta link a bank account, which means what? If you have no bank account, you're not going to qualify for the StellarFi process. You're not going to be able to raise your credit score anyway. I mean, the funny thing is, it's kind of funny. Some people have they want to increase their credit score, but they have no bank account. What's up with that? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, you have to be in the banking system if you're trying to raise your credit score, because once you raise your credit score, where are you going to get the loans anyway? I mean, you don't have a lot of online loans, and you don't have a lot of online lenders, and alternative lenders. So, you're going to get a loan at a credit union or at a bank. So you need to have a bank account in the first place. Okay. And the thing is that when we talk about StellarFi, so once you link your account to the service, what will happen here is that, so you need to set credit goals and link a bank account. And the bank account will be used to pay for the service, and StellarFi will use the account to pay your linked bills. And as I said before, the transactions are done automatically. The debit is done automatically. Like StellarFi is not waiting for you. Like it's not waiting to front you the cash and get paid like 24 hours. No. They are getting the cash right away. But hey, listen, StellarFi is legit. StellarFi is safe. StellarFi is secure. So you can actually go through their service to actually raise, like to boost your credit score. And one thing I also need to say here is that when it comes to security, you will love StellarFi, because this app uses several layers of security to keep your information safe and secure. Like all financial institutions, StellarFi encrypts all of your personal information using industry standards. In addition, the company does not directly store any of your financial information. StellarFi uses randomized tokens to represent your data, but the information is linked instead of stored. Okay, even if StellarFi was hacked, God forbid, your financial data will not be accessible. So this is something that is very important to mention, because people are kind of scared about StellarFi in that department. Some people. So here is our verdict. So you've heard me. I've been speaking for the last 15 minutes, and you're kind of sitting there and thinking, you know what, scratching your heads and say, listen, do I really go or no go with, is it a go or no go when it comes to StellarFi? Well, it really depends on your situation. It also depends on what kind of a preference you have. Because like I said, you have a lot of apps that are similar to StellarFi. And what we have seen our clients do is that most of our clients, or most of the viewers that we have advised over the last 3 to 5 years, they actually have more than one app. So if you're looking to boost your credit real fast, you want to have like 2 or 3 or 4, credit builder apps. Don't go with StellarFi only. So you can choose. So to answer your question, is it worth it? Yes, it's definitely worth it. And if you have at least one credit card, you don't need StellarFi. You can use a free app like Credit Karma to monitor your credit score and get tips to boost your score. So StellarFi's product is designed for people without credit history or poor credit. It may be great for you if you don't understand why you keep getting rejected when applying for credit, and if you have wrecked your credit with delinquent debits or missed payments. Okay, and the cool thing is that basically StellarFi does a great job at that real fast, and it's better to have StellarFi for 6 months to 1 year. But after that, you don't really need StellarFi anymore. Okay, so this is a short-term temporary service for you to get to sort of fix whatever problems you have in your credit score, like in your FICO score. So those are possibilities I want you to really think about. And one thing I also want you to remember here is that with StellarFi, it also depends on whether or not, the app is present in all 50 states, but at the end, it depends on your preference. Okay, maybe you don't have utility bills to pay. Maybe you don't have subscription bills to pay. Maybe you have other bills. So it really depends on you. We actually have another show that talks about all the top 10 credit builder apps like StellarFi. So you just check out that video so you have a clear idea of what to like, whether or not if you don't like StellarFi, then you can go with an alternative. But bottom line here is I want to insist, StellarFi is a great app. It is a secure app. It is a safe app. It does get the job done. Okay, they have several layers of safety, several layers of authentication, several layers of protection. So your data is protected. But we recommend using, in addition to StellarFi, 3 or 4 more credit builder apps within a span of 1 year. Don't do this over 10 years. 1 year. Just dedicate your life, focus for 1 year, so you can boost your credit score by, let's say, 100 to 200 points. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just quickly talking to you about StellarFi. So this was an in-depth review. So I give you the overview, the features, the value added, and the pricing, the contacts, the rivals, the sign-up process, and the verdict. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.